right, new activity means we're going to start where? Good, learning targets. So I want you to just use those learning targets on your own. So you circle what are your actions or your verbs, what you're being told to do. You underline what you're being told to make. In case you want a little bit of help, that first learning target, we circle analyze because that's what we're being told to do, and we underline the hero's journey. We are analyzing the hero's journey. Second bullet point, we circle apply because that's what we're being told to do. We're going to apply. What are we applying? The hero's journey archetype. So we underline hero's journey archetype. Okay, right below those learning targets, take a look at the screen. This is where I'm focusing your attention at, is that green box. John, can you read that information about archetype that's in the green box on the screen?
In literature, an archetype is a character, symbol, story pattern, or other element that is common to human experience across cultures. It refers to a common plot pattern or to a character such as the innocent, the mother figure, or the hero, or to images that occur in literature of all cultures.
Thank you. All right, now that chunk of text, some of you, it may have made sense. A few of you, I saw you staring off into space. Could be because you weren't paying attention, could be because you didn't get it. So, what I'm going to have you do, in the bottom right corner of your text, you've got this blue My Notes that looks like what just popped up on the screen. Okay, something's going to show up in red. What does red mean? Copy it, write it down. So here's a better definition of archetypes to help you out. Go ahead and copy that info down. It's okay if you're still copying, but I'm going to explain these two ideas to you. All right, so the word archetype, that means that a concept, a thought, a symbol, a character, an element, it's common across multiple cultures. So an idea that's well known here in America, I could ask it to somebody that lives in Israel, and they would understand it. It wouldn't be foreign to them. A concept I know here in America, I could go ahead and ask someone in a remote jungle in Brazil, and they would understand what I was speaking about. That's an archetype. So an example of an archetype that I put in quotation marks is a definition of a hero. Heroes are selfless. That is an archetype because that's not only known here in our culture, we can find that around the world. Someone would agree with us and say, yes, here's an example. Okay, now the opposite of that is a term you guys do know. It's called a stereotype. Okay, now a stereotype is the idea that a concept, a thought, an element, it's only really known to one culture, but it's not known all over the world. So a stereotype that I gave you about heroes in quotation marks, heroes wear capes, tights, spandex. That's an American stereotype of a hero. But if I asked that or told someone that in a completely remote area of Africa, they might look at me and go, what? What is spandex? What does that have to deal with a hero? That's because it's a stereotypical element in our culture, not necessarily a culture somewhere else. All right, now the next section that's highlighted in green, I want you to pull out your highlighter if you have not already. So you've got a highlighter, you're ready to go. If not, use your pen or your pencil. Instead of reading through all of that jargon, I'm only going to have you highlight the important key ideas. So I'm going to say aloud what I want you to highlight, and I'll point with that laser pointer where I want you to highlight as well. So you'll have a visual cue, and you'll have a cue that I am giving you aloud. So the first thing I want you to highlight in that second green box, or that bottom box, go ahead and highlight Hero's Journey, describe the plot pattern. Hero's Journey describes the plot pattern. That means Hero's Journey archetype, it's a story type. That's all that term means. The Hero's Journey archetype, it's a type of story. Okay? The next thing I want you to do with your highlighter or pen, I want you to box in these 3 bullet points. Box in those 3 bullet points. What you've boxed in is your answer to your out question today. Those 3 bullet points are indicating the 3 stages of a hero's journey. The departure, the initiation, and the return. Those are the 3 stages of the hero's journey. All right, now the last chunk of text at the bottom, I want you to highlight, box in the 5 elements of plot. Box in those 5 elements of plot. You know these. If you don't, you put notes in your raw notebook on them. Last thing I want you to highlight, very bottom component of this page, please highlight Hero's Journey archetype. Please highlight fit with development plot. Again, highlight Hero's Journey archetype. Highlight fit with the development of plot. By the time you leave here today, not only will you know what the Hero's Journey archetype is, but you'll be able to pinpoint what steps of a hero's journey actually fit on a plot chart. Okay? Go ahead and turn the page. So you're looking at page 16. This chart that you see on page 16, 17, and flip to 18, all the way to the very top of 18, these are notes that you are going to be taking. Now, I'm going to be not only going through the explanation of each step with you folks, I'm going to show you an example of a film and how the steps of the hero's journey archetype fit into the story of the film. So the film that we're going to be talking about is Batman Begins. What you're going to be responsible for is filling in that right-hand column that says example. Okay, now during the slides that I show you, I will tell you when to take notes. I will not tell you what, and the slides will not be up for very long. That means you need to move quick. Again, I'll tell you when I need you to take notes, but I will not say what, and they will not be up for long.